Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for the weekend of June 15th and 16th, 2019. I'm Astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, it's a full moon in Sagittarius weekend. Technically, it is happening on really early Monday morning, but this whole weekend we do have this full moon in Sag. But make sure that you check out this iPhone app that finally just came out on highvibe.tv, where you can get these exclusive daily videos just like this, and my weekly sun sign horoscopes, and the deep astrology, and you can get spiritual dance music, although that's free. Check out the app. So go download the HiVibe app. It's HiVibe TV on Apple, Android, or Apple TV. If you want to subscribe, just go to highvibe.tv to do your subscription. And what's awesome is you have control of your subscription when you want to cancel. Even if you're on the app and you go to manage subscription on iPhone app, it'll take you to manage it yourself. So it's really awesome, super cool. Make sure you check it out, highvibe.tv. And of course, spiritual dance music's up. I had to do it a day early because this weekend I don't have enough people to help me with that. But there's one more video that I have to mention, which is my Confronting Your Fears into Paradise video. It's available for a huge discount. Check it out. It's at highvibe.tv under paid videos. But before we take a look at all the planets, let's take a look at the Leo King's planet energy to understand where all the energy is for your weekend. I'm sending you lots of great energy. I'm sending you lots of love and light. I'm hoping you're having an awesome and amazing full moon in Sagittarius weekend. And I'm putting that energy meter at the whopping extreme position. Boo! Ah! Pop, 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 Uncle Jope. Number one, we got this full moon coming all weekend, and it is powerful. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. It's retrograde and it's square Neptune. It's semi-sextile over to Saturn. We have all this 18 energy going on. And why is this so important? Well, one, this full moon is a buildup all this weekend about major doorways, lots of different perspectives, lots of your belief systems. Where's your spiritual quest going? We got Saturn and Neptune in a sextile. But it's this Mercury on the North Node trying to understand where to go, what feels right, what feels like home. But we have to look at the environment. We need to look at the data in our life. We've done this with Mars. Mars came through and said, I got to cut. As it opposed Saturn, and it went into quincunx with Jupiter, and it went into trine with Neptune, and then it went into opposition with Saturn. Now we got Mercury joining this position. Now the sun definitely in Gemini, because it's Mercury ruled, this Mercury on Rahu in the North Node energy is intense. Because it really is going to go, we have to communicate our feelings, we have to communicate, and you know what? With the trine to Neptune, we got to listen to what feels divine. And then with this weird quincunx to Jupiter, yeah, you know, it's almost like, are we looking too big? Are we almost fooling ourselves? Especially as Neptune is literally, I think, 1 minute in geometry away in degrees from its retrograde. And it goes retrograde on the 21st on the solstice next week. So there is kind of this weird, eerie energy as Jupiter retrograde, square Neptune. Big belief questions, big, you know, is this a portal to your eternal space or not? Are you going to, you know, block yourself from your true self because of your beliefs and you think they're too fanatical? Or are you going to jump into things that are delusional? It's a lot of confusion, but we can find the information this weekend by the true belief. The true belief that this is a portal to open through. Because the kite that formed when the moon was in Scorpio on Friday formed this grand trine over to Mars, North Node, Mercury, and to Neptune and Pisces, and to the moon in Scorpio, which then was aspecting in awesome aspects with Neptune, the moon, Saturn. I mean, it was beautiful, but with the opposition of Mars, Mercury, and Saturn. This has been a kite that we have come into, and now a full moon energy this weekend. And this is the only full moon with Jupiter in its home sign, Sagittarius, and we got the other benefic, Venus, in the sign of Gemini. So there is this really big positive element to this weekend with this other really harsh, intense opposition. And I think that this is where it's like doorways open through facing the tough choices. And we have to trust in that. And we have to look at all the old patriarchy, all the old belief systems. This is Jupiter square Neptune, and I'm going to be very real, especially with Saturn in aspect to all this and Mercury opposed Saturn. We cannot let ourselves hold ourselves back anymore from who we are as humans, who we are as feeling, what we feel we need to do on this planet. Even if people think we're crazy, people are going to think you're crazy. But you know what's right. You know what's right based off of the information you've gathered. There's been a lot of information gathering. The first 6 months of 2019 sucked with information gathering. Mercury was in horrible positions. I've gone through that in deep astrology and so many things. But now that Mercury is on Rahu, now that Mercury's coming to Mars, now that Mercury's opposing Saturn, now that Mercury went through Gemini, remember that. It really has been a very powerful, really fast shift in direction and looking from both sides of things over this last month and a half. Like it's just literally been like, okay, we're going to try this, or I'm going to do this, or oh, wait, no, let me look at that. Okay, and this weekend, finally, Mercury and Rahu. Finally, Mercury's coming on top of Mars. Finally, a full moon in Sag with the sun in Gemini. What is the environment that suits you emotionally that's going to open up the doors, even though, yeah, there is some tough choices with the Saturn-Pluto South Node in Capricorn, but our feelings cannot get trapped into a system, some sort of restriction, or more importantly, us restricting ourselves from what we know we are as a divine soul and being. We have to find that inner guidance, that inner light with this Neptune aspect, and we have to trust, and we have to believe in that, and we have to listen to the messages. Listen to your feelings. Whatever crazy feelings are coming up, that's a sign. If it's bad, it's a bad situation. If it's good, it's a great situation. It's pretty clear. But when you get stuck in between, you'll realize it's you not wanting to be paying attention to the truth. Jupiter is a teacher. It is the guru in the zodiac. This whole Sag, Jupiter aspect, and Neptune is the guru beyond, the godly energies beyond in this square. So either A, you are sitting in that older, especially we got Saturn in Capricorn in its home sign. Remember, this is going to be the only full moon with Jupiter in its home sign, with Saturn ever in its home sign, with Neptune in its home sign. We are never going to see this again in our lives, folks. If you want me to be blunt, this is the biggest door opener to the best position that you could ever go in your life by just getting rid of the emotional, stuck positions, relationships, financial situations, business situations, day-to-day personal life stuff that is holding you back, and confronting it. And even though it'll be a tough stuff, it's actually not as tough. You're just more afraid. And you got to get over that fear. This full moon is trying to open up a gateway to an amazing world, even though people are going to think you're crazy, because we are going into a new world. And in 6 months, remember, there's going to be that solar eclipse that starts the eclipse season off on July 2nd. We are just weeks away from eclipse season, and the next eclipse season after that will be 6 months when Jupiter comes into Capricorn and it leaves its home sign that goes into its fall position. And so it is not going to be as easy to open up portals as it is during this moment. I mean, I'll be honest with this, with these nodes and Mars and Mercury and Saturn, Pluto, and I mean, it is time for us to overcome the endings of last year's craziness with Mars retrograde over the South Node, as Mars and Mercury are now on the North Node. And with Uranus, of course, in semi-square over to Neptune, there is that weird, energy that is going on, especially as we take a look at things when it comes to this kind of radical change in our values that might feel like we're doing something wrong, when really we have to reassess that. We need to look at the truth and not block our own true soul that knows what's up. Card of the weekend and the full moon is the star card. It is a rebirth. If you've never been on High Vibe or the last platforms I was on, I choose the cards like I just shuffle and I don't look at it. This is a renewal. This is about starting fresh, starting naked, starting and listening to the stars. That's what I love about this card, and especially in the Rider-Waite deck. It has the Seven Sisters above. It's definitely a purity moment. This is the card that comes after the Tower, especially if you think about this week with the Mars opposed Saturn. It's like there was towers that collapsed this week, but it was this renewal this weekend that is offering amazing and beautiful things if you're willing to do the work and confront the truth. Make sure that you download the iPhone app now for High Vibe TV, or you can get it on Android, or you can get it on Apple TV. If you want to subscribe and you want to get all the content, there's lots of free content that we're loading up, so you can have the app and load it and play it. But if you want to actually subscribe and get access to my daily videos like this, my weekly sun sign horoscopes, and of course deep astrology, and all the other videos we do, and there's 8 other people on there throwing tons of content on there that is all exclusive and so awesome. We're almost at 100 videos a week. Check it out at highvibe.tv. Thanks so much for all your support. Truly appreciate it. And I will see all of you on Monday if you got the app and the website, highvibe.tv.